Hello from Miss Penelope Pennington. Wanted to share my rubber stamp I found at Ollie's for $1. It's the only stamp they had to choose from. And this is a really nice ink. I was referred to by Emily over at Emily's Paper Caper. And Emily has inspired me to do some stamping. So I wanted to flip through my journal. I think this is where I left off. This was St. Patrick's Day. Self-portrait. Creepy coloring, which I host and nobody is contributing into anymore. I haven't shared much either. I guess hashtags come and go. Butterfly. And as Emily had stated, she goes back and decorates her page more, adds more detail. And I do that too. I go back and look at a page and think, oh, I could add a few more details here. So this is simply doodle, sketch, color, and then color it in. That was one of my first bonus prompts. Night scene is another bonus prompt, number 5. Tree with wildlife. This was for Kiki's prompt, dog. Loved that wolf image. Notes and acorn nuts. Spider web. I posted this. It was halfway to Halloween, so that was back in July, I think. And here we are coming into fall season now. This was my spring spread. I love interactive elements, flip through or flip ups, flip downs. I add a calendar page, the monthly page for each month to keep track of the year. This was, oh, what prompt was this? I know it had to do with beach because this is Betsy and Tacy, who were going on a picnic. Oh, maybe it was tea party. Once upon a time, a girl looking out a window saw a girl walking into the empty house across the street. A moving truck had its doors open and furniture was being carried in the front door. Up, 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 up went the girl, one step at a time. Up, 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 up. Betsy called a pretty lady holding a baby on the porch. Somewhere, something incredible is waiting to be known. So this is Betsy and Tacy going on their tea party. And the story, once upon a time, is how they first met. Stay tuned. This is my fairy doll. Summer. Summer is about the lake. Books. Summer. Pure Michigan sun. Books for a rainy day. Red, white, and blue. And paper folded flowers. Anime face for anime. I saw this lovely niece yesterday. That was fun. Her son got married. Zentangle, another bonus prompt. Popsicle, prompt by Kiki. Circles. These circles are for hashtag art journaling with Lynn. Sunshine, prompt by Kiki. Ice cream. Mason jar. More mason jar. August. Just think August is past already. Here we are in September 14th today. ocean with snowflakes. Kite. Be happy. Be you bravely. Be original. Be fearless. Be awesome today. Just be. Week 33. Kiki's prompt. So thank you, Kiki, for this awesome collaboration. This is vacation, harvest, and canning. Emily's Paper Caper gifted me these stamped beads. Bees, it ties in perfectly with honey. And vacation, you have to cross the Mackinac Bridge to get from the lower peninsula to the upper peninsula. I just did some watercolor paint on the back side. I thought it kind of tied in nicely with like the direction that I-75 goes across from the upper peninsula to the lower peninsula. By the way, Crystal, this bridge is 5 miles long. So get in some steps. Let's meet to walk across the Mackinac Bridge next year on Labor Day. Wouldn't that be great? Vacation destination. More harvest. And I think I'm coming to, so I wanted to thank Emily for the inspiration. We are kindred spirits because we love stamping. And you've inspired me to get out my stamps and to start organizing and destashing. So here is one of my gratitude leaves. Gratitude leaves are my bonus prompt for last week. I suggested just to cut out some paper, scrap paper, cardstock. This is a upcycled tea bag box. So I went ahead and stamped the wispy, let's call it baby's breath rubber stamp. And I added a couple stickers. Autumn breeze. And yes, I'm grateful for autumn breezes. And stamped an ATC, started an ATC, used this stamp, decorated here on my pumpkin, decorated here on my egret page, and I made a prayer flag description. My neighbor was talking about prayer flags, so thanks, Emily, for the inspiration. And here's another watercolor sheet I did. This is just plain white cardstock, and I got my paper wet and then used wet paint, spritzed some water, and here again I took that rubber stamp and started embellishing this page. And I already did some shapes, so just going to cut this out. just love the sound of snipping paper. So that was fun. So get out your scissors, get out your watercolors, some plain white cardstock or whatever sort of paper you want to paint on. Got some gratitude leaves. I am grateful for a journaling time. Journaling time has brought me peace today. I am grateful for peace. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. Thank you for joining me. Hashtag Artisan Journal Prompt 2025. Gratitude leaves. And stamp play and stamp with me Sunday. I will properly tag those hashtags. And thank you, Emily.